Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's 5-minute coach series is all about change. And if you've ever been through any type of change that you know is rough, I'm sure you've been through a bunch of different changes in your life. And if you've heard a lot of comments on change, people say, what's the only constant thing? It's always happening. It's all around us. So if it's always there, let's talk about it. What is going on in your life where you're facing a change? And I did a little bit of research, and there were a lot of different images and stages and theories and things like that on change. But there was one particular one that stuck out to me, and I thought I would use natural hair as a great example. So if you followed me in the past, you know I transitioned my hair from relaxed to natural. Pretty much 90% of my videos are about that transition. But it's a great example for change. And so in this particular model for change, I'm going to go through the various stages and talk about it as it related to my natural hair journey. So in this particular model, the first stage is pre-contemplation. And when I decided to, or I started thinking about going natural, a lot of people around me were going natural, or I was hearing a lot more conversation about it. And so pre-contemplation is thinking, okay, this is interesting. Not necessarily saying that I'm bought in, but you have my attention. I'm looking, I'm listening. The next stage is contemplation. So I'm kind of past the just looking and listening observation stage, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this might be something that I want to do. And evaluating, okay, maybe I do want to actually activate on this change. It sounds like something that I was thinking about. Now I'm more towards like, let's really start talking about how I might be able to make this happen. And so in the contemplation stage, I'm really thinking and I'm actually considering starting that change. That's really the difference between the pre-contemplation and the actual contemplation. The next step is preparation. So I've made up my mind, this is really what I want to do. How do I start this process? And preparation is also where you do some of the planning. So if you say, okay, I want to transition from relaxed to natural, now I'm deciding how I want to do that. Do I want to big chop my hair? Am I going to slowly transition from my relaxed hair to my natural hair, knowing that that will be more of a slow phase? So making those types of decisions in the preparation. How do I get myself ready to do this ultimately? The next step after preparation is now action. So if I've decided to transition slowly through my natural hair, I may say, okay, this particular month is going to be my last relaxer. And I know after that, no more relaxers. So that's one step as far as making a decision on a date or, whatever that might look like, to say, this is really my action of what I'm going to start doing. And then also thinking about, okay, what is this going to look like? My hair is going to be looking real different in about 6 or 7 weeks, right? I'm going to have that new growth where I'm normally going to be wanting to relax it. What will I now be doing with my hair? And a lot of the time I spent on YouTube was, how do I blend the natural roots and the relaxed ends? Do I want to wear my hair in protective styles, or am I going to braid it? So again, if you're familiar with the natural hair transition, I'm just really relating these stages of change to where you are or where you may be right now or where you were in your natural hair journey. After the action stage is maintenance. And we know natural hair is so much maintenance. I think, to be honest, had I known how much maintenance, I might not have done it. But I'm in it now. I'm wearing protective styles at this point in my journey. But I am fully natural. But it's like another cycle of change as far as how you want to maintain it all in the one cycle. Anyway, I digress. But somewhere in this change model, you're going to have something that is very natural, which is a relapse. So maybe you're in the action stage and you're, 7, 8 weeks out and you see that new growth coming in and you're like, oh, yeah, I didn't really know what it was going to look like on me. I don't know about this. You may go and you may get a relaxer. I didn't do that, thankfully. I kept going, but there were moments where I was like, this is too much. I'm in the action stage. I'm maintaining this. I'm co-washing. I'm doing this. I'm trying to figure out how to blend my hair so I don't look crazy. But there's all these feelings. There's emotions. There's you're actually taking the steps through the change. So why this is so important is because depending on what stage you're in, it helps you set expectations. Because if I'm in the action stage and I really didn't anticipate what I may feel like, look like, then this may catch me by surprise. I may have a relapse and decide that I don't want to do this and go back and relax my hair. It's completely fine. It's completely natural to have those feelings. But I think where change is so difficult, especially when the different changes I've experienced, is when I wasn't prepared to deal with the different phases of the change. And when we deal with change, some of the change may be wanted, something that we went after and we're like, yes, I want to change this part of my life. And that's fantastic. Even though it may be a positive change, be prepared for what might come up during the process. And again, the coaching is all about the awareness. So the fact that, okay, I'm in this cycle of change. Where am I in this change? And the interesting part is you can be in one phase of change in one area of your life, say family, and you're in a completely different phase of change in another area of your life, maybe, finances or work. So you can be in different stages in different phases of your life all at the same time. Talk about confusing, right? And that's why they say change is constant. I'm always in it. I'm always doing something. Well, at least it can feel that way. So let's get into the questions. So the first question would be, what is potentially your motivation or your resistance for the change? So if you're thinking about maybe something that happened in the past, you can think of a really good specific example for change you dealt with, or it could be something that's going on in your present situation. The next question is, what is the ultimate outcome that you are seeking? And this is where it can be really important to remember the reason why you're in the change. And then also remember why the change is important to you. So in addition to thinking about what's the ultimate outcome, why is that outcome so important? Why is the reason why you're in the change? And then you'll be able to tie it to, again, some values, or maybe you'll be able to tie it to when you're feeling like you want to relapse, let me remember why this was important. So I will see you guys in the next one, but I want to make sure that you are connected with me. And I know, again, that I've had a lot of followers that were connected through my natural hair, which is awesome. But there's some of you that are watching the videos and you're like, okay, this is interesting. Maybe you want more. So I'd love for you to click on the information. You can actually get some great info from me directly to your email box. We can stay connected and you can ask me questions and give me some feedback on what you'd like to see in upcoming videos. I know sometimes leaving comments on the YouTube page may be a little bit, oh, I don't know if I really want to ask this question, or there may be something that you want to ask me and not do it in the comment section. So this is a great place for us to connect directly. Click on the information, join my email list, and I'm planning to give you some great information before I post videos, as well as building up the community on additional things that I'd like to post and offer to you guys as far as free services. So I hope you'll join me. I hope you'll click and follow, and I will see you guys in the next one.